Hi, my name's Don Hahn, and I'm the producer of The Haunted Mansion. Well, you may remember The Haunted Mansion from Disneyland, Walt Disney World, but we're talking about The Haunted Mansion in a way that you've never seen it before. Because we're bringing The Haunted Mansion to the big movie screen. Part of putting a movie together is putting together a great team of designers and artists and filmmakers to make that film. The ringleader, the centerpiece of the whole film, is our director, Rob Minkoff.
Eddie Murphy and his wife play real estate agents who get a call one night to go and take a look at the mansion. Of course, what they don't realize is that the mansion is haunted. And one day they actually take a trip out to the mansion together as a family. And late one night, the storm floods the roads, which forces them to spend the night in the haunted mansion. I think Eddie Murphy is an actor that has been able to reach across generations. You know, he has so much appeal and is so funny. To get a chance to see him experience the haunted mansion is something that I think people are going to want to see. The big challenge is bringing the mansion to life in a way that the audience has never seen before. You may have experienced the ride, but that only goes so far. And what we're trying to do is create a world in which the story can take place and try to create a ghostly environment for our heroes to grapple with.
The mansion itself in Haunted Mansion is actually a character, a personality, and the production designer, John Meyer, just won an Oscar for his production design for Chicago. His beautiful sets help to contribute to this feeling of a spooky, wonderful, mysterious place that we have to go explore.
We love the idea that the whole thing takes place down in the South, in New Orleans, and being able to get all of the environments you get there, to go through the swamps and the marshes and the hanging moss. When we first start doing sketches of what we think the house should look like, and then once we start getting closer as far as the illustrations go, I like using foam core models, and that's actually what you see behind us right now is a little foam core model of it. We take a little video camera, and we put in little figures, and we walk through it. It gives you a pretty good sense of what it might look like. So once we get the models to a state that we like them, we've then been dropping it into a 3D world. So we found this wonderful area called Sable Ranch, and when we saw it, we thought this might be the perfect place to build the mansion because we could build it in a grove of old oak trees around a swamp. What you're looking at right now is a 4-story structure that through a CG top-off will become 80 feet tall.
Mona May is our costume designer. Now, Mona has a unique challenge. She has to come up with costumes for our 999 ghosts. And believe me, this is like nothing you've seen before.
The best part about this film, it's actually not just a period picture, but it's fantasy. So it's just a dream for a costume designer because you can do anything you want. This is our beginning stages of developing the costume ideas and trying to get together a look. That's really the fun part of figuring how can we melt the two different times, you know, the past and the present. We start with a huge Mardi Gras, which is wonderful. You know, it's going to be just opulent with masks and feathers and bright, bright gowns and huge bustles. Right here we have ideas and concepts for the graveyard, which is yet another amazing part of this film and, you know, very, very creative place for us to play. Because now we have the characters coming to life and coming out of the graves, and you know we see them all over the graveyard. So when we actually shoot the ghosts, the clothes will be the effect. We'll have just really crazy costumey things. I love to create something completely different, you know, have the freedom to create a completely new world and use textures that people have not seen.
Part of the fun of bringing the Haunted Mansion to the screen is creating the 999 ghosts that'll haunt you when you go to see this film. Who better to do that than the spectacular 6-time Oscar-winning Rick Baker?
I'm hoping that we can duplicate almost every ghost that's in the Haunted Mansion, and that's what I would like to do, and just update them a little bit, but still stay very true to the designs. And I'm taking the work that's in the Haunted Mansion and kind of making it a little bit more real and making it so it'll work on actors. And it's, for the most part, they're going to be people in appliance makeups, you know, rubber pieces and hair pieces and so on. We decided we needed to populate the graveyard with more ghosts, and a lot of our designs have been trying to come up with, if there is such a thing, kind of a funny way that people have died, you know, in kind of an obvious way, so that when you happen to see this ghost in passing, you can tell that that, you know, what happened to him. For example, there's like one that's like a William Tell kind of guy, has a little apple on his head and an arrow in it. You know, I think right away you can tell what that is. You know? So we're coming up with a lot of fun things for, if there is such a thing, for dealing with somebody's demise.
Stay on the ground. Can I stay on the ground, please?
Dark spirits from the grave, come forth.
Don't you make no dark spirits come out while I'm sitting there. Wait till I leave before the dark spirits come out.
The Haunted Mansion.